In tonight's episode of What's for Dinner, we're having Greek pasta. It's one of my specialties. And it's something I made at home a lot. I picked up the recipe from a little restaurant on the Outer Banks of North Carolina. And so what I've done so far is sliced up some onion, sweet onion, really thin, and added, sauteing that in butter. And don't be shy with the butter. And I've added a little bit of lemon pepper. I've cooked this so many times I don't have to measure, but I would say that's probably about 2 to 3 tablespoons of butter.
4.
And probably about a half to a teaspoon of the lemon pepper. Alright, and then these are my ingredients. I'll have some noodles and I'll get water going to boil those. I don't always add it, but I have them, or the artichoke hearts, so I'll cut some of those up. And heavy whipping cream, feta cheese. They only had fat-free, so I'm a little bummed about that. Sun-dried tomatoes, and Kalamata olives. I'm just using this.
Good? Okay.
Yeah. So I do have a cutting board, but I'm just using this so I don't have to wash it. And we're just rough cutting.
Viewer gets excited at dinner time.
And because I'm only making this for 2 and I really don't want leftovers, you know, I just do what looks right. And I don't know how excited Wally is about artichoke hearts, but that probably won't do much. Okay, so I'm gonna chop up the olives. And again, we're just rough cutting. I found those little snack things, and that seems to be about the right amount. We'll go in with the onions and butter. Add a handful of the sun-dried tomatoes.
And you like the dried ones?
Yeah, I do like the dried ones. And the feta cheese is actually like a pretty big ingredient of the sauce that we're making, so I'm going to put in pretty much half of the container and let that melt. And then I'll add the heavy cream. And that was about half of that. Half of a pint. And because it doesn't look like quite enough, I'm just going to add a little bit of milk. And that should be enough sauce for the both of us. And then since I knew that I would be adding some milk instead of just full-on heavy cream or a little extra half and half, I can add about a teaspoon of the whipped cream cheese, and that can thicken it up if it's not thick enough. So now we're just gonna let it sit and simmer, and we'll get the water going for our noodles. Okay, so it was thickening up just fine, but because it's fat-free feta cheese, I decided to go ahead and throw in about a tablespoon of the whipped cream cheese. So I'm just gonna mix that in there and let it melt down, and this will continue to simmer. And my water is getting ready to boil. It has just a dribble of olive oil in there and a little bit of salt. And once that gets going, then I'll throw my noodles in. This is, as Wally pointed out, a meatless dinner, but not necessarily healthy. But it's good.
Very good.
We had there was a hiker came out of Glacier. He'd been on the trail for several weeks.
Months.
Yeah.
Since April.
Yeah, actually, yeah, months total. And he hadn't had any home cooking. And Jill had made a batch of this Greek pasta up, and I had one helping left, and I asked him, would he like some? He was across the way from us. So he said yes, and we made him a large bowl full of this Greek pasta, and you would have thought I gave him $1 million. He was just overwhelmed with how good that tasted, and loving the carbs and all the goodness that was in there. So that he said that was the best thing he's had to eat in a long time. So the bad news was, after we did that, about 30 more hikers showed up, and all I had to offer them was some fruit and a beer or a drink or two, and I think some old hot dogs and buns. Yeah. I kind of felt bad, but the one guy hit a home run. He was first guy in camp.
Yeah. So, so I just squeezed a little quarter of a lemon, fresh lemon in there. So a little seed fall in.
About how much of that butter, that stick of that butter, would you say you used?
Really, honestly, about like that much.
Okay.
So like 2 heaping tablespoons.
Okay.
For sure.
Yeah, just so they know.
And I'm gonna do a little bit of salt, just to shake. And a little bit of pepper. And I would like some oregano, so go in here. Some. Yep. I like that much. And a little bit more. My water boiling, so I'll throw my noodles in. Cut that down on the sauce. And this is pretty much done.
Is there a particular noodle that you use? Because
I use penne. I'll use thin spaghetti. These are extra wide egg noodles. Any pasta that you like, you can use.
Okay. I thought I noticed we had all kinds of different noodles with this dish.
Yeah. So it's really anything that you like. Something that will hold the sauce on there. So So the thin spaghetti I like better than regular spaghetti just because I do. But penne I like, but I haven't used it in the camper so much because I think it takes longer to cook. This seems like a good compromise. So we'll wait for those to boil, and once that's done, just a few minutes, so it's a little bit al dente, and then we're all ready. And we'll show you what it all looks like.
And that's what Bueller likes to do while he's waiting. Hopefully, he says, I would love to lick a plate when y'all are all finished.
Okay, so it looks like my noodles are ready. I got my handle on my pot, and just drain them. And if you want to really be bad, you can put butter on your noodles, but I guess we won't do that. Where are my bowls? Oh, right in front of me. Looks like I made more sauce than I need.
Load them up.
Just be extra saucy.
Extra saucy is good. Yours cleaner.
And the feta that you didn't use, you can just sprinkle that on top. And that's it.
Shazam.
Dinner is served.
See what you think.
I know it is. It's so rich and good. Jill made homemade chili last night. That was fabulous. And now this. We had leftover, pulled over the side of the road and had leftover chili. Late today. Cornbread, homemade chili. We eat well in a truck camper.
So that's it. I'll try to get the recipe and make that available for y'all, but it's super easy. And as you can see, it's really easy. And
Really good.
trust us, it's good. Man, this is so good. So, this is a great dish, especially like if you're on the road, because you don't have to have taken anything out and have it thawed already. Just have your ingredients at the ready, and it's, you know, not that hard of ingredients. So it's a great meal. Also, if you want to make it extra special, you could have some little baguettes or something, sourdough bread. That would make it special. But for us, this is fattening enough, so we'll leave the bread out.
A lot of good carbs too. So
Yeah.
after a long day hiking,
Yeah.
this is a feel good, just Southern comfort kind of, but I guess Greek comfort food with a lot of carb replenishment, and
Good flavor.
just fabulous.
So that's it. That's our first episode of What's for Dinner. And if you like it, put it in the comments and let us know. I'll do more. And if you don't like it, it's fine too. Bye.